as well, and good morning to all my colleague teachers as well. Ketokreku cannot tell us that the Black Star budget cannot be made public. Who is he to tell us that? He cannot tell us that. Once the money is coming from the consolidated fund, he can't tell us that it cannot be made public. In fact, that statement alone, he has to withdraw it because he's even insulting the president. Because it is the president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, who said that going forward, they cannot continue to shield the Black Star budget any longer. It should be made public to every Ghanaian who wants to peruse it. So Ketokreku cannot tell us that once we are using public funds, the budget cannot be made public. He should come again. He can't tell us that. If he's trying to insult us, he should tell us point blank that if he tells us that the budget cannot be made public, in what capacity is he telling us that it cannot be made public?
Because the FA.
When we are not using GFA funds.
The FA is a private entity.
Oh, private entity, but they are not using their private funds. The national teams is the bona fide property of the nation. But and it is public funds that are being used here.
But we've seen
it is not internally generated fund of the FA, or it is not money that is coming from CAF or FIFA to the FA that they are saying they can't disclose to us. Even that amount, if they are saying they can't disclose to us, so be it. But the money that is being spent on our various national teams should be made public.
We've seen the uproar in the past when budgets like this were made public, and probably that's why he's trying to prevent.
The Black Star budget being made public, what uproar does it cause?
We've seen people say, especially in 2021, right just before the CAN, the AFCON, when the budget was made public, people thought it was on a high side.
Oh, for Ghanaians, they will talk. If you look at the money that is always allocated for the Black Stars, we are Ghanaians, and it's natural of us. We will talk that the money is on the high side. This year alone, they have allocated 150 million Ghana cedis budget for Black Stars World Cup alone. It's on the high side. Definitely Ghanaians will talk, but it is for a campaign, and this is a proposed one. It doesn't mean that they are going to spend all the money, and so definitely we will talk, because there are a lot of pressing issues that also need to be attended to, of which they are not attending to them.
You know,
in this day and age, in Ghana here, if you still hear that our hospitals are talking about no bed syndrome, what do we say? In this day and age, patients that are sent to the hospital are being turned away because there is no bed, and some go home and go and die. And we are allocating such monies for Black Stars, of which you are not even seeing anything that the Black Stars is giving to us, and you are saying Ghanaians shouldn't talk.
No, he's not saying, but then it takes the attention right from football to the money, because before the 2021 AFCON, what Ghanaians were talking about wasn't football, wasn't tactics, wasn't player call-ups. They were not. Everyone was not talking about the money involved.
I don't think that it is only Ghana that if we are going for a major tournament, we make our budget known to the public. I don't think it is only Ghana that does that. Most of the countries that are going discloses the amount that they have allocated for their various national teams that they are going to spend. So this issue of making it public or not making it public is neither here nor there. The Black Stars should concentrate on their preparation and make us proud. They should concentrate on what they intend to go and achieve, the targets, the expectations that Ghanaians are expecting from them. That is what they should focus on. That is why we are giving them this huge expanded technical team, 18 to 19 technical team members, of which they even want to still add more. That is why we are paying for all these 18 to 19 technical team. That is why we are giving them the best of preparations. Whatever that they have requested for, this country is willing to give them. So they should also focus on their preparations and hit their target for us. We are not saying they should go and win the World Cup. That one they do well. Ghana cannot win the World Cup. We are not saying that. But we are saying that at least if this is 48 countries, we should be able to come out from our group. At least round of 32, round of 16, at least quarterfinals. It shouldn't be beyond us because we have been to the quarterfinal before. So at least the target should be our quarterfinals. We are not saying they should go and win the cup for us, no. But at least the target should be the quarterfinal. Because apart from South Africa 2010, when we went for Brazil, it was a fiasco. When we went for Qatar, it was a fiasco. When we went for the AFCON, it was a fiasco. So that is what we want them to concentrate on. And I have seen that always when the dogs are lying, he doesn't want the dogs to lie. The sleeping dogs. He doesn't want the dogs to lie. He always wants to wake up the dogs for them to start backing. And we will start backing. Because this issue of making the budget public or not, we have discussed that. We've gone past that long time. We've gone past that. For our president, the first gentleman of the land, to come out and say that henceforth, blaster budget going forward will be made public. Kete Krogu, Kete Krogu cannot tell us that it cannot be made public. In fact, he is serving the nation if he doesn't know. He is serving us. He can't tell us that the budget cannot be made public. He doesn't want the budget to be made public so that when we go, they will share $100,000 to among the blaster committee members. Whatever goes on there, who know.
These are allegations.
Alaji Gruza came out that he was giving $100,000. Sami Kufuor came out that he was giving $100,000. It is, we know that it is only two of the blaster committee members that did not take the money. It is not Sikins and Stephen Abia. They refused the money. The rest, they took the $100,000. And we know. Because I say Alaji Gruza is lying. Because I say Sami Kufuor is lying.
No, because they've been given jobs to do. As committee members or Black Star Management Committee members, obviously they will need to be paid. But let's look at it. Is it trying to just avoid everyday talk about it, or that they are running away from accountability?
They are running away from accountability. They are running away from accountability. If he doesn't know, this particular government or regime, NDC, their tenant is what? Probity and what? Accountability. So we probe, we ask the questions. You have to account for every penny or peso that you spend. So that the Grogu should spare us, you should spare us this sermon. This issue of accountability shouldn't come in at all. This issue of making the budget known to the public doesn't come in at all, because once the national team is for us, it's for the nation, and we are spending the taxpayers' money on the national teams, we need to know how our money is being spent on our national team. So we beg him, he should spare us and let the Black Stars concentrate on their preparations. That is all that we are asking for.
Historically, there have been trust issues between Ghanaians on one side and the FA on the other. Is that what is playing out again? Is it the same issue? Because in 2014 World Cup, we had to fly cash to Brazil, 2021 AFCON, 2019 AFCON, even in 2006 there were issues with bonus. 2010, where did the $1 million go? Or was it $10 million or $1 million? $1 million. Ekuya Danswa Sena said she gave the money to a journalist. All the journalists said they didn't take their money and all of that. So this historical back and forth, is that what Kate is trying?
Just issues are there. You see, even the budget that they even prepared, you remember when we were going, was one of the tournaments that they sent a budget to. Honorable Kofi Adams, he said he has slashed certain things. And it's also so the trash will always be there. But it is the president that is saying that the budget should be made public. So if Ketokreku has issues, you should go and talk to His Excellency. We don't have problems with making the budget known to Ghanaians. There are pressing issues we should be talking about though. How we can the state can mobilize, how the FA can mobilize, so that we can send funds to US, Canada, and Mexico. That is what we should be discussing now, and not making budget public. No. This one it will be made public, but now we should be discussing how we can mobilize money and send some funds. Me, I disagree with people who say it should be only the National Supporters Union. No. It shouldn't be only the National Supporters Union that should be sent there. Any Ghanaian that is willing to go, once at least he meets the requirements, if we can sponsor or meet the person halfway, we should be able to help so that Ghanaians will go and support the fans. We know that we have a lot of Ghanaians in America. That one, there's no doubt about that. We have a lot of Ghanaians out there. But the issue is how we can also equally get fans from Ghana to also go and support the Black Stars in America, Canada, or US. That's what we should be discussing now, and not the budget.
But do you also think that if the budget is made public, it could put us in a competitive disadvantage in that some monies are always allocated for ways and means, and if it's made public,
Ways
Ghanaians,
and means. In the budget, they don't say ways and means.
of course,
They have a name for it. I'm trying to get a name. You remember the 2014 Justice Jamefe Committee?
Yes.
They made mention of a certain name. They don't use ways and means.
Yes, of course. But, so if that comes out and you Ghanaians think that this shouldn't be part of the budget, expunge this, take away this, then it puts the Black Stars in a competitive disadvantage. That's what I'm just saying.
Definitely the ministry, be it Ministry of Sports and Recreation, Ministry of Finance, they know that Black Stars, anytime they travel, sometimes there are certain things that come and you need money, and so all these things they capture them. For example, sometimes when we even go for tournaments, you see journalists in that situations, and you have to help. So some of these monies are allocated for all these things. Sometimes they will have to take care of some journalists, feed some journalists, a whole lot of other issues come up, of which they will need money, and all these things they capture them in the budget. That is not our problem. Let Ghanaians know how the money is being spent. Finito. That is what that we are asking for. We are not asking for. We are not saying they shouldn't go and spend our money. That one there, they will spend. And what will you do? You can't do anything. We need roads, we need hospitals, we need schools, we need good water, we need market, we need electricity, whatever
we need all these things. We need the Black Stars. We need the Black Stars to do well. We need the Black Stars to win the AFCON. Yes. It's also a priority, and so
I'm not saying it's not a priority. It's a priority. Once we've qualified for the World Cup, we have to be there, and we have to go and perform, and to make Ghanaians happy. You know that when Black Stars are playing, the unity alone.
To make Ghanaians happy.
The unity alone, yes.
I love that.
Happy.
I love that. Just said to make Ghanaians happy. I remember just last year, when our athletes went and then did well, was it the semi-final or the final we got to in the 100 by 4? 4 by 100. You saw the way Ghanaians were happy.
Oh yes.
I personally didn't even want to watch because I knew we were not going to do well.
Sports is one unifying tool that brings us together.
So
and so
if the Black Stars,
you can take it out.
Yes.
But I am not saying.
And so that's why I don't want you to keep talking about the hospital and the no bed syndrome and talk about the Black Stars. Did
you hear what he said? He said that in the interview. He said that why is it that the other agencies and the ministries and whatever department, they don't make their budget public, but it is always the FA that people are on their neck that they should make their budget public. If he doesn't know, all these ministries, agencies, their budgets are public. Don't they send them to parliament
They do.
for them to scrutinize? And so what is he talking about?
Would sponsors be comfortable dealing with a blacks GFA, a GFA that isn't so transparent?
One of the main things that if you want any corporate organization to come and sponsor, they always look at that element of accountability. How accountable are your institution or organization? All the funds that have been given to you, how well have you used those funds? How well have you accounted for all these funds? When the GPL clubs are calling for government to sponsor them, but if you ask them to publish their audited accounts, it becomes a problem. They'll go haywire. Why should we publish our audited accounts to the state or to the government? But you want government to come and sponsor, and you don't want to publish your audited accounts. And so the FA shouldn't be running away from accountability. And I don't want to believe that they are running away. They have always accounted for whatever monies that have been given to them. So I don't understand why Keto Kreku wants to bring this issue again. I think he only wants to make a mountain out of a molehill and just create some topic in the media scene for us to discuss. But definitely, as for Honorable Kofi Adams and the government there, it will be made public. His Excellency said that, and I know that he's not going to take his words back. It will happen. We would have to know.
Would your stance,
the integrities of the budget.
Would your stance,
yes,
and that of a lot of Ghanaians, have been different? Would have been different? Would it have been different if Ghanaians had so much?
Farmers are crying.
If
I don't want our budget to be.
I'm saying that would your stance?
Farmers are crying.
Would your stance have been any different if you had so much trust, or if Ghanaians had so much trust in the FA? Would the stance have been different?
Trust issues. If Keto Kreku is talking like this, how would Ghanaians trust you? If you don't want your budget to be made known.
That's why I made a historical chronology of all the incidents that have happened in the past. And I'm saying that, is it because of that historical mistrust? That is why we feel that it should be made public.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Or that if we trusted the FA that much,
because
we
of
wouldn't
what
have been
has
asking.
happened in the past. That's why Ghanaians are always asking that the budget should be made public. Look at let me go back to the Brazil 2014 debacle again. When the Justice Jamefe Committee was set up and the committee started sitting, look at the issues that came out from the budget. The coefficients. You remember the coefficients? If the budget were not made known, would we have known that there was something called coefficients?
No.
So we deserve the right to know. We were using dollars to buy coconut and a whole lot. Look at this. You see how our monies are being spent. And so we have the right to know. And so there's no qualms about that. Keto Kreku shouldn't bring this issue at all. We've gone past this, Honorable Keto Kreku, please stop this. Stop this.
They've been called for us to bring the love back. Would transparency bring the love back?
Thank you very much. Igniting passion and creating wealth.
Yes.
Yes. Bring back the love.
Bring back the love.
I like the mantra. Bring back the love. If you are telling us to bring back the love, and you don't want to be open and accountable to us, you don't want to let Ghanaians know what is inside the budget at all that Keto Kreku and his co-workers doesn't want us to know. What is inside there?
No, it's not just about knowing. Sometimes understanding.
Understanding.
Someone
so
says,
we come out and explain
someone ever said Ghanaians know the cost of everything. So you know the cost. So it comes out and you say this is too much. Transportation alone, accommodation alone, without looking at the number that might be going to support the Black Stars. And so these are some of the things they try to avoid. And that's my opinion. That's what I feel, that sometimes we Ghanaians seem to know the cost of everything and the value of nothing, as someone ever said. I'm not the one saying it. So my last question on this: should government stop funding our national teams if we think they are private institutions?
Oh no, government cannot stop funding the national team because the national teams is for the state. The national teams is not for GFA.
And the FA is a private entity.
Yes, the FA is a private entity, but the national teams, they are state entities. They are state properties, and the government cannot decide that they don't take care of them.
But the
cannot take care of the national
the
teams.
vehicle through which the national teams participate in international competitions is the FA.
The FA, they are only caretakers.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the private entity, and that's what is bringing all these issues.
That issue of private entity doesn't come in here. We are talking about Black Star budget. The question is the Black Stars for the nation or not? Is the national teams for the nation or not? Yes, we have all agreed that the various national teams, they are for the nation. And so if it's for the nation, and state funds or the taxpayers' money is being used to cater for them, the element of accountability should be there, and the budget should be made known. It's categorical telling us that the money that are being used to pay our coaches we shouldn't be informed. We should know how much is Kimlas taking. We should know how much is Otuado taking. We should know how much is able assistants, 5 of them, how much they are all taking. The physiotherapist, the team doctor, everybody, how much they are all taking. When we know in Ghana that we were told out of Black Star budget.
How does the salary? How does the salary
out
of
of
the
Black
coach?
Star budget, we were told that GFA Black Stars equipment officer was taking $8,000. Equipment officer, oh, how can you give $8,000 to equipment officer?
Because you said
For what?
you said sports is a unifying factor.
Now, a
So
public
the Black Stars do well.
servant in Ghana here, how much does a public servant, me a teacher, I'm a teacher, how much do I take a month? Then you are giving equipment officer $8,000, and you are saying that we shouldn't scrutinize it.
As a teacher, are you able to make all Ghanaians happy at a time? A goal by the Black Stars alone makes over the 30
No,
million
I'm not talking
Ghanaians
about the
happy.
players. I'm talking about
The equipment officer has to do a
what
lot
is
of
the work
things.
of the equipment officer?
Listen.
That should be given. I'm not saying they shouldn't be
Mr.
giving money,
Drew, Mr.
but
Mr.
$8,000 is
Drew,
too
listen.
high.
Mr. Drew,
You see, you know it.
Mr. Drew,
I mean,
Mr. Drew,
let's compare $8,000 to see this.
Mr. Drew,
Hey.
the equipment officer of the Black Stars works behind the scenes to get the Black Stars to play well and make all Ghanaians happy. You teach at Big Boss and you do not make all Ghanaians happy at a go.
Look at the number of students I'm also impacting knowledge to.
Yes.
For them to become future leaders, to come and serve the nation in future.
The players.
I'm saying I don't deserve better.
The players.
I'm always worse off.
The players are special talents, and so those working around and with them should be well catered for, so they are able to go to the field.
See, let me tell you, the equipment officer is Amadou.
Yes.
Kotoko is Amadou doesn't take $8,000. You.
Because Kotoko can't afford it.
So why should you give $8,000? I'm not saying they shouldn't be giving anything. No, I'm not saying that. Far from it. But at least equipment officer, if you are giving $3,000, it's okay. Why should you give equipment officer $8,000? So if the equipment officer is taking $8,000, think about it. What would the Black Star Committee member take? Equipment officer $8,000, you. And one way it can be slashed to at least 3 or 4.
So it's not just scrutiny, but that you do not want some people to take huge
No, but
paychecks.
no, pay the finances of the state. Fuzi. We should be cutting down some of these expenditures. And I know the listeners out there, they agree with me. Pay the finances of the state. Cocoa farmers are crying.
So you cut down
Hey.
the paychecks and you cut down the happiness of Ghanaians.
No,
If the
no,
Black Stars, if the Black Stars do not win,
if you pay the equipment officer half of the 8,000, doesn't mean that the Black Stars they won't deliver.
but you just mentioned that the coaches too. You mentioned we should know how much Otoado is taking and how much the
Yes,
five assistants.
we should know because in Nigeria, you know how much Eric Chow is taking. We know.
So-
if you go to South Africa, we know how much Hugo Bruce is taking.
So you are
So why can't I
when you know, you are able to make comparison of how much you take at Big Boss and how much Otoado takes as
Even
a
various
coach.
clubs even disclose how much they are giving to their coaches. Clubs in Africa here discloses the amount they are giving to their coaches. Why can't the Black Stars do same?
If you think they
In Ghana here, don't you know some of the salaries and emoluments and other things that our public officers are taking?
not all of them.
Not all of them. Okay, I like that. But the Black Star, it's in recent times the Black Star has become a cash cow. I don't agree with me.
I do, but
And people are milking.
disclosing people's salary, just like you wouldn't want to disclose your salary here.
No, I am not saying. No, we are talking about everything that goes in the budget. We should know. A whole Ghana. We read our budget in Parliament and on live TV for us to hear. The whole country. Oh. And so why can't the Black Stars own be made public?
Someone
When
just-
we are using the taxpayers' money.
Someone
This is
said-
all that we are asking
someone
for.
suggested-
Are we asking too much?
Someone suggested that there should always be an audited account after every major tournament. Do you support that?
Oh, but they do that. They submit that to the ministry.
Yeah,
Yes, that.
but he's saying- he's saying
sometimes
that should
the
also be
minister has
public.
been going to Parliament to disclose. You remember Honorable Yusuf
Yes.
went to Parliament to do that, and so I know that Honorable Kofi Adams would ever be willing to do that in Parliament, so that the MPs that are there to represent us would also get the information, so that they can also pass it on. So there's nothing wrong with making the Black Star budget known to the general public.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Do. Mr. Do isn't backing down at all. I hope our listeners, I hope some of you would agree with my point as well. I think that sometimes it's not just about the cash involved. It's about what the money would be used for.
Exactly. It's me. I'm not concerned with the money, but how the money will be used for.
How the money will be expended.
And
So-
I know it is a proposed one. This year they have budgeted 150 million Ghana cedis.
And you think
it's a proposed one.
and you think that proposal, or if it's not made public, people could use our money again to buy coconut in dollars.
Yes. How do you see? A whole lot goes on. When they travel, a whole lot. There are a whole lot of issues. So I still stand by my words that Ketokreku cannot tell us that the budget cannot be made known. In fact, I should go and tell His Excellency. It is His Excellency John Dramani Mahama who made it known to us that going forward the budget will be made public. So if you have any problem, you should go and see His Excellency and sort it out. Finito.
All right. So away from the controversies around the Black Stars budget to make public or not, let's look at the Black Queens. They have an invitational tournament in South Africa. The Pink ladies
in UAE.
in UAE, yeah, in UAE rather.
Ladies Cup.
Pink Ladies Cup. Then after that, they have the WAFCON. Kim has come out with a 26-woman squad, 6 new debutants. My first question is, 6 debutants for a team that is preparing for a major tournament like the WAFCON?
By the numbers, are you talking about the numbers?
I'm talking about it, 6 debutants.
It's too much.
That's what I feel, and that's what I want your opinion on.
Even the debutants some people have started talking. The debutants, if you look at Sharon Samson, I don't know whether you have them. If you look at Sharon Samson, people are talking why Sharon Samson, when he was even giving a call up in under 20,
Yes.
she couldn't perform. She couldn't perform in the Black Princesses team. So why a call up to Black Queens? So Ghanaians are asking questions why Sharon Samson giving this call up again. That should tell you that where this girl is coming from, the strings that are pulling you, they are bigger strings pulling, because if she couldn't even meet the Black Princesses cat, how can she meet the Black Queens? The competition there, she couldn't compete even in the under 20. The ladies that she came to meet me, she couldn't compete with them.
The handlers having scouts in them, watching them. We don't. They do. So if they feel she's good for the Black Queens, who are we to say no?
And I'm saying that this is not a new girl. It's a girl we know already that was invited to under 20 Black Princesses, and even in under 20 she couldn't meet the
couldn't
captain.
find her feet. I remember, but the under 20 is
And
different
later
from the
on,
Black
she was
Queens.
not giving call-ups.
Yeah, the under 20 is different from the Black Queens.
Under
So
20 cannot be different from
let's-
Black Queens. It is the same transition.
yes, and sometimes you do not just have a good game. Sometimes you do not have a good tournament, and
Okay.
you cannot use that as a
So you
yardstick.
give her another
opportunity, and yes. So let's look at the players making their debut for the Black Queens, or debut call up, I should say. Princess Mafo, Comfort Yebua, Nancy Amu, Josephine Bonsu, Emmanuela Konedu, and Zainab Issa.
The maiden call-ups. No, you mentioned Princess. There's no Princess Marvel.
No, okay.
Maybe may have sent it to you.
All right.
It's Diana Mwakun of Ampem Dakwa.
Ampem Dakwa.
Ladies. Sharon Samson of Pitya IF in Sweden, and then Roseban. Roseban is a goalkeeper in.
Yeah, I was looking at a different thing. So
in Turkey, yeah.
yes,
Ajekpina. Alexandra Emefati.
Yeah, Ajekpina Zakaria.
Yeah, I'm happy for Ajekpina.
She's on the local scene.
With
Ampem Dakwa, and that's why you think we are happy.
No, yeah, if you look at the Malta Guinness Women Premier League we are playing, she's the top scorer. She's also the top scorer for the Women's FA Cup. Are you saying this girl doesn't deserve a call? 13 goals in the Malta Guinness Women Premier League. She has scored 7 goals in the Women's FA Cup. So if you add it, 20. I've not even added the assists. So on what grounds can the Black Queens technical handlers deny this girl a maiden caller?
No, but would you be comparing the local scene to what happens in Europe?
No, I'm not comparing.
Yes,
but definitely, you know that for the Black Star call-up, there is always some percentage that is given to the ladies that play in the local scene. And so, if you are considering call-ups in the local scene, apart from those that are already with the Black Stars, if you want any new call-up, definitely you can't go past Zakaria.
Okay, so let's go through the list, the list of the debutants. Diana Amwakun, Ampem Dakwa, Sharon Samson, Roseban, Alexandra Emefati, Ajekpina Zakaria, who is exciting you so much this morning, and then Helen Alomelu. Do you think any of these players could break straight into the starting
to be difficult?
11 of the
Helen
Black Queens?
Alomelu
Yes.
is already with the Black Princesses.
Yes.
In fact, she has gone through the mill. She started from under 17 Black Maidens, and then she came to the Black Princesses. So for her, the transition is smooth. And she's a very good defender. So if they are moving her to Black Queens, I don't have any problem. But I'm saying that for Ajekpina, you cannot call any lady in a Malta Guinness Premier League without calling this girl. if you are calling Dana Wako, fine. Dana Wako is also a fine defender with Ampim Dakwa. But if we want goals, in the same way we gave the likes of Mariam Ponsa, former player of Ampim Dakwa, we give them all call-outs. In the same way we gave some attackers from Ampim Dakwa call-outs. If Ajagipina is also making waves in the Malta Guinness Premier League, why should we deny her a maiden call-up? Fantastic call-up. When I saw the call-up, I was very happy. This is a girl that just last year or last 2 years, she was playing for Boga All Stars Ladies. And they were even struggling to qualify for the Malta Guinness Women Premier League at Katiya Sokreku Technical Center here. And when she got the opportunity to play for Ampim Dakwa, look at where she has gotten to now. Going to Black Queens. Oh, fantastic. This call-up alone will give a lot of hope to our girls that are playing in Upper East here. You don't know what this call-up will do for the girls in Upper East here. That, hey, so for just 1 or 2 years, Zakaria is going to Black Queens.
Ajagipina, who used to
play with us here.
With us here.
Yes.
Now with the Queens.
It's now with the Black Queens.
They'll see her on television.
Thank you.
And they'll be motivated.
Thank you very
Their
much.
parents.
It means that it will also motivate them that if I also put in more effort and get the opportunity, I would also one day be playing for the Black Queens. So in fact, I was very happy when I saw the call up. Very, very happy.
You were happy
Yes,
when you saw the call up.
Yes.
And
she deserves it.
Some
13 goals in the Malta Guinness Women. Even the Ghana Premier League, the leader of our goal king is 9. The leader of the Ghana Premier League goal king has not even hit double figures. That's a shame. Double figures though.
In how many matches? In only 22 or so matches.
22, and we have not even scored 10 or 11 or 12. 9. The leader of the GPL has 9 goals, and this guy has been able to score 13 and has scored 7 in the FA Cup. Abba.
Why opinion is now on the strikers? It could also be that the games are a bit cagey.
No. Fuzi, this is the Ghana Premier League that recorded over 20 goals some years ago. You remember the year that this guy Yawano and Frank Mbella Etuga. Look at the two of them. They scored over 20 goals. Over 20 goals. Mbella Etuga of Kotoko and Yawano of Ashadu.
Strikers, the striker with 9
Look
goals.
at how the standards are falling.
The striker with 9 goals still has over 10 matches.
They say that if Sunday will be happy, look at how the Saturday evening will be. Look at it. In fact, the standards are falling.
So Kim has his squad in place.
Yes.
Some players.
MFate too also has also played for the Black Princesses before.
Some players from the last WAFCON have not made the cut. And we've gotten 6 debutants.
I was trying to get the.
Would that affect?
I was trying to get the old list.
Would that affect?
The list that he gave, we sent for the last WAFCON.
Would that affect the team's chemistry?
No, you know the new ones are only 6, and if you look at the
only 6, you say. In less than 2 years, 6 players have been dropped. 6 players are coming in.
But the call-ups are always done on merit, and we need all our girls to their form to be on top. So the fact that you were called up in the last WAFCON, if your form has dipped, you should know that you can be sidelined. And so if you look at the lineup Kim brought yesterday, for me, when I went through the lineup, almost 70% of the girls that played in the last WAFCON in Morocco are still in there.
Yes.
And so that should tell you that at least the spine of the team is still around. And Kim is not trying to build a new team altogether. No, but instead he's trying to also give some other ladies or girls the opportunity to also come and prove to us that they equally have the talent to also what add up to the team, and that is good. But let me say this: Kim Lars is not casting the net wider. Why am I saying that? There are a lot of Ghanaians ladies out there. If I tell you the number of Ghanaians in the Dutch Women's League that are playing that have not been given call-ups,
and willing to play for the Black Queens.
I am telling you, they are willing to play for the Black Queens. So the net is not being cast wider.
And you think it is Kim Lars and not the FA?
No, it is Kim Lars that is going out to do the scouting. So
But
the FA it's their duty to make sure your visa, everything is ready. Your plane ticket, everything per diem is ready. Then you go out there and do your scouting.
For some of the players who didn't play or didn't grow up in Ghana, the FA would need to contact them to be sure that they would want to play for the Black Queens before the coach can.
Yes,
can
so we have a lot of talents out there. When we got a boy Holoka, Chantel.
Yes.
We have a lot of Chantel out there. A lot of Chantel out there that we are yet to discover. I'm telling you, especially in the Dutch league. Me, have been monitoring the Dutch league. The number of Ghanaian ladies that are there, that Kim Lars is not giving them call-ups. I know that Kim Lars cannot call all of them, I know. But there are a lot of Chantal Boy Holoka out there that we need to discover and bring them. Look at Chantal. Now Chantal has now become the poster girl.
The poster girl for the Black
For
Queens.
the Black Queens. Yes. So we have a lot of Chantal out there. So we should cast the net wider. Cast the net wider and you get them.
Would you wait to see the performance of the Black Queens in the Pink Challenge Cup before you raise your hopes high in the WAFCON? Because we need...
For the WAFCON, our hopes are already high. Why? Because our FA president has made it clear that the target is to win the trophy.
And not just to qualify.
Oh, you didn't hear
For
me?
the World Cup.
Oh, no. Qualification for the World Cup is one. But the first target is to go and win the trophy. Once you win the trophy, you've already qualified.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
With Nigeria,
So,
with Nigeria, South Africa, and Morocco still lurking around.
But Kate knew that we were rubbing shoulders with the likes of Nigeria, Morocco, South Africa, Cameroon,
and now Zambia.
And now Zambia. Thank you. So he knew all these countries equally have good talent, and he said that the target is to go and win the trophy. That is the target for Kim Lars. Because last time we went there, we won bronze. We have to go past the bronze. Either we are in the final, either we are winning gold or silver. So the target is to go for gold. Get Ghana there, go and win the gold for Ghana. So we have to get Ghana to Morocco and go and win the gold. So that is the target.
So we wish the Black Queens all the best.
Yes. But the squad that Kim Lars also came out with, it is the same squad that will be doing the WAFCON preparations.
So we wish the Black Queens all the best in the
yes.
Pink Ladies Cup as well as the WAFCON. The Pink Ladies Cup in UAE.
The Pink Ladies Cup, are you sure we are going to get that tough opposition?
But it's a good preparatory ground
Yes,
for the WAFCON.
For that one, yeah,
The ladies will need to hit up before they go
the
for
likes
the...
of Hong Kong,
Yeah,
Tanzania, and Russia.
Yeah, and
it's going to be a very good.
Tanzania is in the WAFCON as well, so
Yes. Even in the last one,
they were there. We played them, so we wish them all the best.
Yes.
Now let's shift our attention to game week 23 of the GPL. A week after the Super Clash, people said this is not the Super Clash they know. It was boring. Apart from the goal in the first half, there weren't a lot of talking points. Do you share that same view before we come to preview some of the matches in the GPL this week?
Yes, but there were some positives that we also picked from that game. I told you here that I would be very surprised if I see Kotoko beating Didi Dramani's Hearts of Oak, because Kotoko was going into the game without a coach. I said it here. That
a caretaker coach, and it's a caretaker coach, not a coach.
Oh, Prince Yaozu. Prince Yaozu is more like Kotoko is going there without a coach.
And you think that played a part in their defeat?
Oh, it accounted for a lot, because you watch the game at a point, you could realize that Prince Yaozu, the caretaker coach of Asante Kotoko, lacked ideas when he was standing on the bench. At the point, you watch the game. Tell me I'm lying. He lacked ideas. He didn't know what to do when Heart of Oak was down by a man. That you could have mapped out strategy. To get the equalizer. Look at what he was doing. Even in fact, the substitution, he was just doing it anyhow. Me that I don't even have a coaching badge, you know, I won't even do that substitution. So no wonder the Kotoko fraternity is saying they don't like him.
Is Kotoko season in disarray, or they can pick up the pieces?
Oh, Kotoko season is over. Trophyless season. I am here. I'm a Kotoko fan. I'll say it. Their season is over. The very day they decided to sell their striker to Ali Benghazi, that was the very day they decided to sell their birthright. The day they decided to sell their striker, when we went to Morocco and they were beating 5, and then they came out with the post that their striker Abetamwa is joining Ali Benghazi in Libya. That was the very day they told Ghanaians that they don't want to win the league. And so they know. I mean, I've said it here that Kotoko cannot win the league with this shambolic performance. No. If Midiama, the likes of Midiama, Ediona, Hearts of Oak, if they sat down, if they sit down for Kotoko to come and win this league, I will be shocked. I'm telling you. We still have more games to play, but if you look at the performance of Kotoko away, it's been
disastrous.
Nothing to write home about.
And now they've lost at home to Accra Hearts of Oak. Accra Hearts of Oak could just use that as a start over.
Even tomorrow's game, I doubt if Kotoko can win tomorrow against Young Apostles. Have you heard the Young Apostles before? They are saying they'll beat Kotoko tomorrow because Kotoko cheated them in the first leg. So they'll beat Kotoko fair and square tomorrow at the Wemchi Park. Yes, I know that talk. Ali Muhammad of Heart of Oak, he said that talk is cheap. Yes, but I doubt whether Kotoko can win the game tomorrow. Go already, their spirit is even down. Oh.
But maybe it's just time for them to gather what is left of the season.
I know that. I know that Hearts of Oak over the years they've used 10. Even in 1978, they used 9 players to beat Kotoko. 9 against 11 to beat Kotoko. In 1999, Osman Ahmadu's time, they used 10 against 11 to beat Kotoko again. So it's no news. But for a Kotoko team playing at home with
a man advantage,
and Kotoko, they don't even know what they are even playing there.
But you said they didn't have a coach.
Hearts of Oak, they were in the driving seat
throughout the game,
relaxed, playing their game, and kudos to Coach Masoud Didi Dramani, the tactical brain behind Hearts of Oak. Fantastic performance, fantastic. And I'm saying that Hearts of Oak, they should give him time, and they shouldn't give him pressure. Give Coach Didi Dramani time. They should give him 5 years and look at the team that he's going to mold for Hearts of Oak in the next 5 years. Even this is a Hearts of Oak team that has a transfer ban. No, they couldn't sign players in January. Kotoko, you have all the time, you have the money, you have everything. You don't have any ban. And look at the way they are playing.
Fixes.
Look at the way they are playing. So definitely kudos to Didi Dramani and his Hearts of Oak team.
GPL fixtures.
Yes, so let's look at the GPL fixtures. Today we have one game today.
Yes.
We have Vision FC playing Bechem United. Last season, this particular fixture ended 1-1 at the Ni Ejei Kraku Sports Complex in Tema. Yes, and are we going to see another drawn game this time round? Vision FC, their form has been on and off. In fact, they've not been consistent in the league. But if you look at Vision FC, their last 5 games, they have only 1 win. And that was the win that they got last week against 11 Wonders. They beat them 3-0 at the Tema Sports Stadium. That is the only win they have in their last 5 games. Bechem United, in their last 5 games, they have 3 wins and 1 defeat, 1 draw. That should tell you that if you compare the form guide of these two teams, I think Bechem United, they are slightly ahead of Vision FC. But this is an away game for Bechem United, the Hunters. Would the Hunters be able to hunt down Vision FC? That is another question for Bechem United to answer. But if you ask me, the best for Bechem United would be a draw at the Tema Sports Stadium this afternoon. But I think this is a game I foresee Vision FC winning by a slim margin. If you look at the game that they went away to win, in fact, they are entering this game with that same motivation. I am tipping Vision FC to win this game, but at least the worst for Vision FC would be a draw in this game. I don't know if as you look at tomorrow's game.
Okay, so tomorrow, Adrian plays Hohoe United.
Yes, I know that tomorrow we'll talk more about quickly. Kotoko against Young Apostles. Young Apostles coming up against Asante Kotoko. Young Apostles, ever since they came into the Ghana Premier League, Kotoko has beaten them only once, and that was this season in the first round when they went to the Baba Sports Stadium, and they were almost getting the draw when the referee awarded that dubious penalty for Asante Kotoko to convert, to get that winner, to make it 2-1 for Asante Kotoko. If you watch that game, me myself, I came and sat here, I said that penalty was a bad penalty for Kotoko. And Kotoko converted to win that game. Tomorrow
by 2-1.
Yes, tomorrow they are going to Wenchi. And the last time Kotoko went to Wenchi, the game ended 0-0. That was last season. If you look at the defeat, they are Kotoko coming out from the defeat from Hearts of Oak game. Tomorrow, I don't think the Kotoko players would want to still add to the woes of their fans. At least tomorrow they would want to raise the spirit of their fans by appeasing them. If they get a win, it will be good for them. If they get a win in this game, it will be good for the Kotoko players. So tomorrow they should lift up their game, at least play above themselves if they want to beat a Young Apostles, because getting a defeat at Wenchi wouldn't be that easy. And so, but it is possible. But the best for Kotoko will be a draw in that game.
Hearts, after that all-important win against Kotoko a week ago, would be playing at home to Berekum Chelsea.
Hearts of Oak, they are yet to concede, even at the Legon Park. Ever since they moved from the Accra Sports Stadium to the University of Ghana Sports Stadium, they are yet to concede even a goal. That should tell you that they have a solid defense.
So a big ask for Berekum Chelsea.
So it's a very difficult game for Berekum Chelsea. Do you know that ever since Coach Samuel Bodu joined Berekum Chelsea, they are yet, Samuel Bodu's side is yet to beat Hearts of Oak.
He's coming up against his former club.
Even in Golden City, Berekum, it's always difficult for Berekum Chelsea to beat Hearts of Oak. And so even in Accra, I am telling you, this is a game. I know that it will be a difficult game. Berekum Chelsea came to Baba Yara to make it difficult for Asante Kotoko. You remember that draw? Yes. And so Berekum Chelsea on any day can make it difficult for any side. But this is a game that I want the Hearts of Oak momentum to continue. And definitely last season Hearts of Oak beat them home and away. They beat them 2-0 in Berekum, and in Accra, they beat them 3-1, and so definitely I am expecting Hearts of Oak victory, God willing, tomorrow at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium. But it is going to be difficult, but they win.
Can Samatex stop Medeama
Difficult
tomorrow?
game, very very difficult game. If Medeama wants to win the league this season, tomorrow they are at the crossroads. This is one game that is going to define their season tomorrow, and they have to get a point, or if possible take all the maximum points, because Hearts of Oak, they know that the points difference is now 5, and if they win tomorrow, Hearts of Oak they will go 42, and if Medeama loses the game, it will now be 2 points
Only 2
difference.
points, yeah.
So if Medeama gets a draw tomorrow, they'll move to 45, and if Hearts of Oak wins, definitely it will be 3 points different. So tomorrow, in as much as Medeama is praying for the 3 maximum points, they should also pray that Hearts of Oak will drop points. But the likelihood of Medeama dropping points is higher than the likelihood of Hearts of Oak dropping points, because this is a game that is going to be played at the Nana Century Sports Arena, and Medeama always going to the Samaboy Park. It's always difficult. Last season when they went there, Samatex beat them 2-1. You know that this season alone they played twice. First round, Medeama beat Samatex in the first round. The game ended first round it ended draw 1-1 in TNA 1-1, and then they played in the FA Cup, and that one also ended in a draw, and then post-match penalties Medeama eliminated Samatex. So it means that when these two Western teams, when they meet, it's always difficult. Western against Western North, when they always meet, it's always difficult. And this is a game that Medeama would find it very difficult. But I know that if you compare the form of these two sides, Medeama is slightly ahead of Samatex. But it is going to be a very difficult game for Coach Ibrahim Tanko and the boys. And I know that some of the Medeama guys, we are hearing that they've been giving call-ups in the national team. The likes of Salim Adams, he has played 19 games for Medeama and has scored 5 goals. And this is a midfielder. And so definitely tomorrow, the technical handlers of the Black Stars will be watching this game keenly. I know that they will be going to Samatex to watch this game. Definitely want to see more of Salim Adams, the likes of Prince Amwako, who was also giving a call up in the last game. Calvin and Nkrumah, they will all be present in this game, so they would have to show to the Black Stars technical handlers why they deserve another call up. But it is a game that I foresee to be more of a drone game.
Nations FC Dreams.
Nations FC Dreams. I'm surprised this game is not on TV. This is a game that is going to be we are going to watch a very good game. In fact, if you look at the way the two teams play, they play very good football. These two sides don't play more of aggressive football. They put the game on the turf, and you could see the passes. So I'm surprised this game is not on TV. Nations FC playing against Dreams FC, it's always difficult. Dreams FC lost their last game away, and this time around they are coming at home at the Dr. Kwame Chase Sports Complex. In fact, last season Dreams FC beat Nations FC beat Dreams FC 1-0 at the Dr. Kwame Chase Sports Complex. And I think tomorrow, if there's going to be a win, I'll go in for Coach Frimpong Manson and the boys. I don't think they would want to be defeated again. Because last week they lost.
Holy Stars
to
Holy Stars or All Blacks.
Holy Stars All Blacks. Another difficult game. All Blacks of late have been doing so well. In fact, if you look at the first round,
but they are playing away.
Sodro All Blacks beat Holy Stars 2-0 at the Sodro Park.
Yeah.
This time they are going to Nzema to play. This is a game I also foresee basket also winning. Definitely, if there's going to be a win, I'll go for a basket win, because Sodro All Blacks on the road, they've not been doing so well. So I'll go in for a slim win for Basket Holy Stars.
Heart of Lions will be any Gold Stars.
Very, very big game. Another difficult game. Heart of Lions, their motivation is last 2 weeks, they were able to beat Kotoko 3-1 at the Pando Sports Stadium. This time around, they are playing another home game again. Last week, I think they lost. Yeah, they lost last week. So this time around, going back to the Pando Stadium, don't forget, Gold Stars are also chasing Midyama, also on the top. And so they know that tomorrow is likely Midyama will lose points. So Gold Stars would want to make the most out of this game tomorrow. I know it's also going to be difficult for Gold Stars. Pando, it's always difficult. But Gold Stars, will they be able to tame the Lions? They are going to the Lions then. Will the Lions be able to roar tomorrow? We will live to see. The last time Gold Stars went to Heart of Lions, they were able to get a draw in that game. Would Heart of Lions be able to get a point in that game? We live to see, God willing, tomorrow. But if there's going to be a way, I'll go for a Heart of Lions victory.
Aduana Hohoi United.
Aduana Hohoi. I don't want to say it is going to be cool job for Aduana, because Hohoi, if you underrate them, you do so at your own peril. Nobody thought Hohoi could go to Bechem to go and pick all the 3 points. And so Aduana should be very careful tomorrow. I know that their coach is coming back from suspension. I'm talking about Choba Aristika. He was suspended in their last game. And so definitely he's coming back. This is a game I foresee Aduana picking all the maximum points. But they shouldn't write off Hohoi. Hohoi, ever since Gokilidis joined Hohoi United. You remember Gokilidis, the Turkish tactician, former coach of Kifesa, former coach of Rainmasters. He has now joined Hohoi United. And so last week they were able to win their game 1-0 at the Hohoi Park. And so this time round they are going to the Nana Ajimabadu Park to see whether they will be able to get something out of the game. This is a game I foresee Aduana picking all the maximum points, because Aduana will also tell you that the league is not over for them. They are also chasing Midyama, and so they would want to pick all the maximum points tomorrow.
Today in the Division 1, there's RTU Wapa.
RTU?
Yes.
They are playing
Wapa.
Wapa.
Yes.
RTU Wapa. Wapa won their game last week against Boga Stars when they beat Boga Stars 2-0 at the Wapak. That is Malik Jaber Sports Complex in Wa. Definitely they are coming to the Ali Muhammad Sports Stadium. I am tipping RTU to beat Wapa. Wapa, their away form has been terrible, and so definitely I'll go in for an RTU victory this afternoon.
Bolga All Stars Yapi tomorrow.
Bolga All Stars
at home.
At home. Yeah. I think first round they went to Yape to beat them.
Okay.
And so tomorrow at the Katias Okreku Technical Center, I am tipping Bolga All Stars to win this game. 1-0 or 2-0.
It's a must win.
It's a must win, yes. It's a must win game for Boga All Stars tomorrow. And I'm also urging the fans to also tune to the Katias Okreku Technical Center tomorrow. I know that it's going to be 3 p.m. Tomorrow. We should be there in our numbers to support Boga All Stars tomorrow. Definitely, they are going to win tomorrow. I am not part of the management of Boga All Stars, but I know that tomorrow they are going to win the game, either 1-0 or 2-0 against Yape All Stars. It's a must win, like you rightly said, and I know they are going to win.
Another game, even though not in this part, not in this group.
Yes.
Great Olympics Atram Divisa.
Great Olympics Atram Divisa. Atram Divisa won their game last week against Golden Warriors. They won 2-0. Olympics of late have not been doing so well. I don't know whether ever since Kujo Fianu Mafioso resigned and their CEO also resigned.
Yes.
Eric Alagidede also resigned.
Alagidede.
Sorry. The name is what?
Alagidede. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Those from Navrongo, right?
Please forgive me if I did not pronounce the name, but he is their CEO.
Yes,
he
Eric
resigned
Alagidede.
alongside their Kujo Fianu their board this thing. So I don't know.
And Fianu sat to give an explanation as to why he resigned. He said the club was a traditional club and he never worked.
And it looks as if they were always taking instructions from one person.
Yes.
And Fianu, being the Fianu I know, no, he doesn't like that. So it's like always any suggestions that he gives, they don't take it. So he
decided to take the
take the back seat, sit behind and watch them. Because what is your role in there? What is your take in there if you give suggestions and they don't take? And we know he's also a seasoned sports administrator, and if you bring him on board and he's giving suggestions and you don't take, definitely he would resign and
King Faisal Soccer Intellectuals. King Faisal Soccer Intellectuals.
King Faisal Soccer Intellectuals. These two teams, they are all struggling in Zone 2. King Faisal, for instance, if they don't take care, I think they are lying down there. They don't take care, they could be relegated. So it's good that Alaji focuses on the surviving. They've not been playing so well, but definitely at the Ejuso Okiti Park, I'm tipping King Faisal to win.
Okwahu Accra Lions.
Okwahu Accra Lions. Okwahu and Accra Lions too, they have also not been doing so well in Zone 3. But definitely, if I don't know the one that is playing at home.
It's
Okwahu that is playing at home. Yes. I'm tipping the Soccer Mountaineers to win this game.
As I said,
yes,
UCC youngsters and Sergio All Stars. I'm fascinated about the UCC youngsters because in South Africa, I've seen most of the universities have clubs. In Ghana, we do not have that. So when I saw UCC having a club, I was very happy with it. So UCC and then
KNUST like this, I don't know why they can't come up with a team that can play up to the elite level. UDS, I know that UDS, most of their players are playing in the Ghana Premier League and the Division 1 League. So UDS like this, if they want to set up a UDS school team that wants to play in the league, they can equally do it. UDS, they have quality talents. You look at what they did in the World University Games. They are currently the title holders. And so UDS like this, if they want to set up a team that can play up to the elite level, if not the Ghana Premier League or even Division 1, they can do it. KNUST, they can do it. University of Ghana, they can do it. UCC, they have up to Division 1. Fair enough. I remember when we were in UCC, they were in Division 2.
Okay.
Yes, when we were in UCC, they were in Division 2, and now they've been able to qualify and they are now in Division 1. It's good, but I know that all the other universities should take a cue from this and then come up with a university team that can play up to the elite.
They are playing at home tomorrow, but they are struggling.
They are struggling.
Sergio All Stars are chasing.
Also struggling.
No, Sergio All Stars are chasing promotion. They have 35 points. Ebusia Dons has 37. Ashanti Gold 04 has 37.
No, so, but that league, you should know that that league I'm tipping Ashanti Gold and Ebusia Dons. One of them will qualify. I don't agree with me.
And you think the team from your alma mater would survive with only 16 points from 19 games? UCC youngsters have 16 points from 19 games.
Yes, at least they would their best will be a draw. But I'm tipping them to win.
But even though they are afoot the table, they could still they could still escape because
that means
they've about 16 points. Elmina Sharks has 17, Police National 18, Soccer Intellectuals 20, Ebony FC 21.
It's
so
difficult for them.
It's difficult for them.
So if they want to survive, this is one game they should be able to win because every game counts.
Oh, okay. Yeah, every game counts.
so if they want to qualify, they have to win this game. Where they are, I didn't know they were lying flat like that.
So UCC are for the table in that zone. And
but for zone 2 for zone 2, I am tipping Ebusian Drafts and Ashanti Gold 04. One of them.
And Odro, a former student of the school, feels they would not be able to make, so they will be relegated back to the Division 2. But you still think that our universities should have teams
Yeah,
playing
it
in
shouldn't
some
be
of.
only UCC alone. UDS like this, they boast of quality talent. If you look at the exploits that they did in the World University Games alone, if they want to set up a team that can play up to the elite level, if not the GPO, at least Division 1 league, and we'll have UDS youngsters or UDS stars, it wouldn't be bad. KNUST, it wouldn't be bad. Legon, it wouldn't be bad. So our universities, various universities, should take a cue from UCC and set up a team that can play up to the elite level.
So away from that, let's look at the CAF Champions League and Confederations Cup draw. And for me, that Moroccan pairing, it's what stands out for me. I don't know what stands out for you, but I think that there is RS Berkane and RS Berkane of Morocco and Al Hilal of Sudan.
That's not an all Moroccan.
No, I'm not. No, I'm saying that in the Confederations
Yes.
Cup, there is an all Moroccan affair, which is the standout for me in both pairings.
But in the
Champions League,
you
there's
don't have an all Moroccan affair.
there's RS Berkane of Morocco versus Al Hilal of Sudan, Esperance Sportif de Tunis of Tunisia
Yes, Ali.
versus Nadi El Ali, Mamolidi Sundowns versus Stade Malien. Another one I want to see because Stade de Malien is flying high the flag of West Africa, especially after Rivers United were booted out in the group stages with only a point. And then the last draw is FAR Rabat and then Pyramids of Egypt.
So if you look at the group, now we are in the quarterfinals. So we have 8 teams. Now out of the 8 teams, if you want to add Al Hilal to the Arabians alone, they are 6 in out of the 8.
It has always been like this. The teams from the Maghreb,
Maghrebian areas.
they've always dominated the
But
Champions
they
League
have
and
the
the
money.
Confederations
They
Cup.
have the money to buy quality. They have the money to hire very competent
Coaches and all of that.
Yes, and so definitely.
And it's also because they are able to attract a lot of sponsors.
Yes.
At a point, Coca-Cola were those sponsoring El Ali,
Yeah.
and if you heard
But
what they were
Ali
pushing inside
still
El Ali.
have sponsors from Etisalat and the rest.
Yeah,
the
Etisalat.
rest. Yes, so they have the sponsors, big sponsors. Because
So
I was telling Obofo that this season, Ali, they've gone to Portugal to sign a Portuguese striker on loan for 1 year. Guess the amount they paid? $400,000.
Yeah.
No, $400,000. That
So-
is the budget for Kotoko and Haas for
the whole season.
for 2 or 3 years the whole season.
So let's look at it.
Uh-huh.
RS Berkane and Al Hilal.
RS Berkane, Al
very
Hilal.
tough match.
Yes, very tough game. You know, RS Berkane, we know that they've been very successful in the Confederation Cup.
Yes.
Yes, but when it comes to the Champions League, they've not been successful in the Champions League.
They've not very successful in the Confederation. They are making a step up to the Champions League, and you think they'll be able to stand the might of Al Ali?
Hey, Al Hilal is also
Sudan.
a tough customer. Al Hilal, you remember they beat Mamelodi Sundowns. Yes, they beat Mamelodi Sundowns when they played at home. Now Hilal plays in the Rwandan league.
They don't even play their matches at home in the Champions
they don't
League.
play
And,
in
could that disadvantage them in this
Yes,
game, in this
it could be.
round against
now
RS
they
Berkane?
play in Rwanda.
Yes.
They play in the Rwandan league and they are doing so well. They play with Al Marek in Rwanda. Now Al Hilal, you know, for Hilal they have played in the finals of the Champions League only once. 1987, Al Hilal. You remember 1982? Nadi El Ali beat Kotoko in the final in 82 to win their first African Cup. 87, they played in the final again, and 87 they beat Al Hilal in the final in 87 to win their second title. And since then Al Hilal, their performance, it's always group stage exit, and so they are coming up against one of the most successful teams in the Confederation Cup. Let's see how it goes, but if you ask me, Bekani can eliminate Hilal. Hilal too can equally eliminate Bekani. They all boast of quality in their setup.
Esperance Al Ahly.
Esperance Al Ahly, in recent times they have played a number of games, and anytime they play, it looks as if Ali have the upper hand. They are always in the two-legged affair. Ali always reigns supreme.
So who makes it to the semis?
Yes, so I'm tipping Ali to move to the semis. If you look at the group stage games that we play, you realize that Esperance struggled in the group stage, and so if it's going to continue like this, I am tipping Nadi Al Ahly to sail through to the semis.
End of the road for West Africa in Stade Malien.
It will be
Sundowns.
the end of the road for Stade Malien. Stade Malien topped the group in Group D, a group that had Esperance in that group. Stade Malien topped that group.
But it wasn't all rosy for them.
It wasn't all rosy for them. They did
group.
very well. That should tell you that Stade Malien, they have a quality team. Stade Malien have not been successful in the CAF Champions League like that as compared to Mamelodi Sundowns. Mamelodi Sundowns won their maiden trophy in 2016 with Pitso Mosimane. You remember that 2016 batch set, they were out until that protest against AS Vita, and they won. Yeah. And then they came in. Even when they went to the Confederation Cup, they had come to Ghana to even beat Midyama here until after they won the protest. And then when they went into the group stage, they won there, and surprisingly they won against Ali in the final. And so for Sundowns, they've been successful of late. In recent times, they've been successful as compared to Stade Malien. Stade Malien, the only cup that they have is in 2009 when they won the Confederation Cup against Etente Setif of Algeria, ES Setif of Algeria. That is the only Confederation Cup trophy that they have. And so coming up against a formidable side in the shape of Mamelodi Sundowns that can buy one striker from Colombia for $1.5 million, Brian Leon, and he has been scoring most of their goals for them. Even when they met Orlando Pirates last Thursday, he scored all the 2 goals for Mamelodi Sundowns. That should tell you the kind of striker that they boast of. Aside that, they have 2 midfielders from the Portuguese league. They have money. They have a midfielder from Uruguay playing. That should tell you the quality that they put with their local talents. Yeah. And so they have a lot of quality as coming up against Stade Malien. I think that Mamelodi Sundowns would move to the semis.
So Mr. Odro thinks that
is
the end of the road for for West Africa.
Yes.
In this. So let's look at FAR Rabat and then Pyramids
defending champions, and they are coming up against FAR Rabat, Forces Ami Royal. This is the military team in Morocco coming up against Pyramids. Somebody said something that it will take Kotoko 100 years to be in the same level with Ali and Pyramids. Do you agree? Me, I disagree with that.
If you do our things right, if you put our
100 years is too much. I think that Kotoko with the right Kotoko and Haas with the right cash injection, they need only 10 years. Because it will not take Pyramids 10 years to even win the CAF Champions League. Because of the investment that they did. Pyramids, look at the players that they bought, quality, and so if Kotoko and Hearts, they're having the right investment, it wouldn't take them 100 years. 100 years is too much. Why? It should take them at least 10 years to win the CAF Champions League, given the right investment. So I think that Pyramids, I will go in for the defending champions, Pyramids, to eliminate FAR Rabat. But FAR Rabat too is also a tough customer. But definitely, FAR Rabat too, they've won the CAF Champions League before. Yeah. So they won it in the 80s. And so definitely, Pyramids, if you look at the investment that they've done, they buying a player from Victoria Pleasant, Czech Republic.
Victoria Pleasant.
Yes, Everton. The player is called Everton. He's a right winger. they bought him from Victoria Pleasant for $450,000. So they do the right investment. FAR Rabat too, they also have quality, but if you ask me, I'll stick my neck out for Pyramids FC of Egypt to go to the semis.
Okay, so
let's go to the Confederation.
Mr. Oduro is not so hopeful for Stade de Malien as well as FAR Rabat.
So I am going for Berkane of Morocco to qualify. Yeah. I'm going for Pyramids of Egypt to qualify. Ali of Egypt to qualify, and Sundowns of South Africa.
Okay, so let's look at the Confederations Cup quickly. And in the CAF Confederations Cup, Al Masry of Egypt versus Belouizdad of Algeria.
Oh, another tough game. Egypt, Algeria. Belouizdad in the group stage, they were struggling as compared to Al Masry. Al Masry too wasn't the usual Al Masry I know. This is a game of equals. Any of the sides to qualify. I don't know the side that will be playing first at home, but this is a game that I tip both teams to qualify. But if you ask me, I'll tip Al Masry to qualify for the semis.
Olympique de Safi of Morocco versus Wydad Casablanca, Morocco. This is the all Moroccan affair I was talking about. And for me, that was a standout.
Yes, and if you go to Morocco, definitely Wydad is one of the standards. Olympique Safi they can't compare themselves to Wydad Athletic.
But here they are.
If you look at one of the most successful clubs in Morocco, it is Wydad, and after Wydad we talk about
Raja Casablanca.
And so definitely Wydad coming up against Safi, I'll stick my neck out for Wydad. Even in the Moroccan league, Wydad they are performing than Safi. So I'll stick my neck out for Wydad Athletic Club to qualify.
AS Maniema Union of DR Congo versus USM Alger.
Yes, Union Sportive Medina of Alger. Yes, Union Sportive Medina of Alger. It is just yesterday that they announced Lamine Ndiaye as their coach. Lamine Ndiaye is the former coach of TP Mazembe. He won 2 CAF Champions League trophies for TP Mazembe. He has now joined Union's USM Alger of Algeria, coming up against DR Congo side Maniema Union. You know that in recent times, when Black Africa comes into contact, when we meet the Maghrebians, we struggle. And so, if you ask me, I think USM Alger will be slightly ahead of Maniema Union. But if you look at the way Maniema Union played in the group stage, they boast of quality. And so, if USM Alger write them off, they will shock them. This is a game I tip any of them to qualify. Okay. Depending on the first leg. The last one is Otohodio and Zamalek.
Yeah.
Yes, Otohodio will definitely. If you look at the history of Zamalek, the White Knights, definitely I'm tipping Zamalek to qualify ahead of Otohodio.
Away from that, Odo is not so hopeful that there could be surprises in the knockout stages of both the Champions League and then the CAF Confederations Cup. For me, I think that Stade Malien could go all the way. So let's pray they are able to fly.
Stade Malien will shock Mamelodi Sundowns.
They go all the way.
No, it's possible. It's possible.
To win. Away from that, let's get some matches.
But Stade Malien side that Dreams FC in 2 years ago went to Bamako to beat them.
That was 2 years ago, and
I doubt if they can beat Sundowns.
Okay, so in the
no disrespect to Dreams FC, but I doubt.
In the Premier League,
yes.
This afternoon, Aston Villa versus Leeds. Top 4 chasing side, Aston Villa, will be playing Leeds. But before we continue, our lines are activated now. You can call on 0382091508, 0382095566. The lines are activated now. We hope to get your calls in and for you to share your opinions with us. Okay. Good morning, sir. Hello? Okay. So Aston Villa, top 4 chasing side, because now are they still in the hunt for the league title? Aston Villa versus Leeds.
I doubt. Good coach Unai Emery and his sides, they've not been consistent of late, and I doubt if they are still in the chase for the title. But this is a game I'm tipping them to beat Leeds United. But this is a Leeds United that Daniel Farke and his boys, if you write them up, sometimes they can shock you. So this is a game Aston Villa should take it serious. But I am tipping Aston Villa to win. But if they don't even win this, at least they should be able to get a draw. A double chance for Aston Villa in this game.
Brentford Brighton.
This is a very dicey game as well. Brighton of late has not been doing so well. Brentford, they've been performing. In fact, Brentford had a striker that is the second top scorer in the league with 17 goals.
Yeah.
Right? Igor Thiago.
Yeah, Igor Thiago.
Yes, and he's even looking up to get his maiden call-up in the Brazilian national team. In fact,
I think he's in good throughout the season. He should be given a call-up.
17 goals. This is his debut season. Though.
Yeah.
To score 17 goals in the EPL is not a joke. So I think the Don Fabio, I said Fabio Capello, Ancelotti should take a look at this striker because they need him for the World Cup. I'll go in for a double chance for Brentford in this game. Chelsea should be able to beat Burnley.
So Chelsea, Burnley.
Burnley can sometimes be very stubborn, but I know Liam Rosinoa and his boys. I was very surprised when he allowed the Chelsea boys that 12 days that they got, allowed them to go and go on vacation, short vacation with their partners. I was very surprised, but this is a game that Chelsea should be very careful. But I'm going for a slim win for Chelsea. If you are going into the market too, corners too would not be bad. This is a game I won't do straight win for Chelsea. I would rather go for corners over 8.5.
Okay.
Yes.
West Ham, Bournemouth.
West Ham, they are battling relegation as against Bournemouth. We all thought that ever since Semenyo left Bournemouth, we thought that Bournemouth would be struggling, but coach Andoni Areola also had other ideas, and so decided to bring in other players, and Bournemouth has been playing so well, amassing a lot of points after the exit of Semenyo. West Ham of late too have been playing so well, but they've been struggling. This is a game I'm going for a double chance for West Ham in this game. Man City would beat Newcastle today. Do you know why? Because they would want to close up on Arsenal for that thing that they did midweek against Wolves. Arteta should be very careful. Because someone said that Man City is like an articulated track chasing you. You're always not safe if Man City is mounting a lot of pressure on you. Once they know that if they win today's game, it will be difference too. Manchester City will go all out and beat Newcastle at the Etihad this afternoon.
The problem is that City has not been the City of the old,
yeah.
and this season they've dropped far too many points.
But you know they met in the EFL.
Yeah, and
they smashed them. I think 5 in the EFL.
Was not 4-1. No.
4. So definitely
on aggregate it was 5-2 or something.
Yes, I know that Newcastle in the Champions League they were
in red hot form.
Yeah, they won 6-1.
6-1, yes.
Against Karabakh. But Karabakh they
Gordon had a 4-goal haul.
Yes, so but definitely Manchester
they would
City,
go into this game
this is
also
an
thinking
opportunity to close in on Arsenal, and they wouldn't want
but
to
Newcastle
win this
themselves felt that they should win this game if they want to.
Newcastle, I don't think they can win at the Etihad. Their best to be a draw, but I don't think City would want to draw this game because it's a big opportunity to close in, and they have a game with Arsenal at the Etihad.
Yes, and that's what people are saying, that if City
and that makes the Arsenal people scared.
Yes, City has 12 games, and if they're able to win all the 12 games, they win the league. Because if they win today against Newcastle, it's 2 points. And if they're able to win against Arsenal, at home, they overtake them, and then so that they should win all the 12 games they have left.
And they win the league.
Even assuming that Arsenal do not drop points anywhere except when they meet
yes,
City,
yes.
then
and I doubt if City can win all the 12 games.
And but
I doubt if Arsenal can win all the 12
all
games.
the 12 games.
Yes.
Arsenal is level 11 because they already played.
They are left with 11.
Yeah, they already
and
played.
Arsenal power Wolves, they did not try. They did not try for our Wolves.
No, they just wanted to see out the game, and unfortunately, let's say. Hello. 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 Your name and where you are calling from? Hello. Okay. I think we've lost that caller. So, okay. So 0382 091508 0382 566. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello. Good morning. Where are you calling us from? And your name?
Yeah, ma'am. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you too?
Good.
Francis.
So you should greet you for us.
Okay. All right.
These are welcome days to the hospital. Those are very small.
Okay.
I really love that for because you now we don't give our chance.
I'm sorry for that, sir. Sorry. The Champions League. Oh, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
By the time, so we don't do more in the local in this weapon. It's almost from 3 hours. It's not enough for 2 minutes now for us to talk.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah. I always tell you the best. But now we are not talking about friendly now. We need for the season, so I know what to tell you.
You leave it to them.
That is because we are not part of them. We are really supporting them. Now we are going to disappoint us a bit. And we will see our own. Because we tell supporters we are from complaining of our own. Because if we are to be our own, now this program will be happening. And how? Sitting. Almost 4 times, 5 times in a day. Don't tell me there. We are not in there. We want the best. They should come back because 2 times they tell us the league. We haven't already yet. But I know they should not be 2 times and take the league for us. Man City to take a game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. He is a Chelsea fan, but he felt that this should have been Arsenal's year. He felt that this should have been Arsenal's year. So he's a bit
right.
disappointed that.
He's right. No, but the Arsenal fans, all is not lost though. We still have more games to play, so they shouldn't lose hope yet.
They are looking at the history that even Liverpool at a point in 2019 or so were leading by 9 points and lost the league.
Already I told you that Manchester City is like an articulated trap following you. It's always risky and dangerous. So Manchester City right behind you, piling up the pressure, and we know City when it comes to finishing, they have very good finishing. We know the last 4 years they've won. We know that always when it gets to the tail end of the EPL, it's business as usual. So we know how to finish and finish well.
So
that's why the Arsenal fans are scared.
Should Arsenal start preparing for next season again?
No, but Arsenal, they still stand a chance of winning.
Of course.
Yes.
11 games to go.
And City too can draw points.
4 points at top.
So they shouldn't lose everything, at least. But we know that.
Quickly, let's look at some games in the La Liga.
Then we'll look at the Champions League.
Yeah, Real Sociedad Oviedo.
Real Sociedad Oviedo. Yes, this is a game I'm tipping Real Sociedad to win. Looking at the form of Oviedo, it's been nothing to write home about. Away games, it's been terrible. So I'm going for Sociedad to win.
Betis
Vallecano, double chance for Betis.
Osasuna Real Madrid.
Double chance for Real Madrid.
Not a win
Osasuna at Pamplona can be very stubborn. So I'll go for a Madrid win or draw.
Atletico Madrid Espanyol.
Yes, Atletico Madrid Espanyol. Atletico Madrid too. Of late, they some these days you don't see how, you don't know the Atletico Madrid that will turn up. whether it's the Atletico Madrid side that has been winning or it's the Atletico Madrid side that has been lackadaisical. So this one, me, I'll ask those going to the market to do over 1.5 in this game. Don't go for straight Atletico Madrid because Espanyol too, they are in a very good form. So of late, the Atletico Madrid, you can't trust them of late. So it's better you do over 1.5 in this game.
You can keep your calls coming in at 0382 091 508 or 0382 095 566. Call in and share your opinions with us. Let's quickly look at the Bundesliga before we come to them. So Bayern Munich enter Frankfurt.
Yes, it's a win for Bayern Munich.
Okay, FC Cologne and Hoffenheim.
Cologne, Hoffenheim. This is a game I see both teams to score over 2.5.
Union Berlin, Bayern Leverkusen.
Union Berlin, Bayern Leverkusen over 1.5 in this game.
Wolfsburg, Augsburg.
Over 1.5 in this game. See, all the games you see in the Bundesliga today, over 1.5 in all of them.
Leipzig, Dortmund.
Yes, over 1.5 in that game.
And finally, the Italian Serie A, yes. Juve Como. Very tough game.
Fabregas of late has been tormenting the big boys. Look at just midweek what he did to AC Milan. He went all the way to Giuseppe Meazza to draw 1-1. He even scored first. Yeah. And today I foresee the same thing happening. Como will get the goal. Definitely Juve will also score. But it's over 1.5 in that game.
Okay.
But if it's going to be a win, I'll go for Juve win. Inter would beat Lecce today.
Yes.
Inter would want to stretch their lead on top, and so I'll go for an Inter win, a slim win for Inter this evening.
Cagliari, Lazio.
A double chance for Lazio this evening.
Before we come to the issue at Stadio de Luz with Bestrini and Vinicius, Habib Beye has taken over the reins at Marseille.
Yes.
Former Senegal international.
And I am not happy with the money that they are giving to Habib Beye. They are giving Habib Beye 90,000 euros a week. And if you look at Roberto Di Zerbi, they were giving him 547,000. Why? Look at the difference. Someone asks, why is it because Habib Beye is black? Who is it? Is it because Habib Beye is black? Look at the difference. 547,000 euros a week, and you are giving Habib Beye 90,000. Or is it because of where he was coaching? Red Star in the League 2. Oh no, but it's a good step and a bold step for Habib Beye, coaching a big club like Olympique de Marseille. You know, they were chasing a lot of coaches, but it looks as if they all declined. Even they were chasing one top manager and he also declined. I don't know. It looks as if the Marseille job is a difficult one, but they had to fall on Habib Beye. Habib Beye, you remember Habib Beye?
Yeah.
The good friend of
Like it's Egypt 2006.
Yes.
It's that incident that stopped Like from playing at the World Cup.
Like from playing at the World Cup.
Yes,
and I'm happy both players are all coaches now. And
but
Habib Beye, I'm happy for.
But the issue about
but come to think of it, Senegal, they are telling us something. They are breeding good coaches. Aliou Cissé, they have Habib Beye. Do you know they have Lamine Diatta is also a coach in France, coaching the lower tier. So they are breeding good coaches.
That's because most of their players were either born in France.
How many Ghanaian coaches do you see out there coaching the top teams?
Maybe they don't just take the coaching badges seriously. But I've seen ACN do that, and now with not just land.
Okay, so because Habib Beye, if you look at the tragedy, he's a future Senegal coach.
Yeah, of course.
If they decide to part ways with Pape Thiaw, I know they'll be going for Habib Beye.
And it's not his first time coaching in the French Ligue 1.
Yes. And Lamine Diatta too. It's also around. And Aliou Cissé is also doing wonders with Libya now. So I think Senegal coaching education is also on the ascendancy. We
So
have
now-
few minutes.
yes.
Let's look at Gianluca Prestiani.
Prestiani's
Uh,
issue with Vinicius Junior.
The racial abuse. He
Yes.
said he didn't say mono. He said hermano.
Yes, and why did he have to cover his mouth?
Thank you. That is the question. If you are saying hermano, my brother, hermano in Spanish means my brother.
Yeah.
If you are telling your brother, my brother, why do you have to cover your mouth and say my brother?
But then people have also said, why is he always Vinicius?
You know, it has happened before. In 2021, there was a game between Slavia Praha and Rangers in the Europa League. And there was a player in Slavia Praha called Kudalov. He racially abused Glenn Kamara. You know, Glenn Kamara is black,
Yeah.
playing for Rangers then. So he racially abused him. And he also covered the mouth, just like Gianluca Prestiani, and said the thing. And when UEFA investigative body sat down, they found Kudalov guilty. And he was banned for 10 games and was given a hefty fine. So I'm thinking that Gianluca Prestiani would also toe the same path. He will be given a hefty fine and will be banned for 10 games. But people are even calling for
A match stiff up.
me, I'm saying that the players should be banned for 1 year. Or you don't agree with me?
But why is he always Vinicius? That's the question people keep asking. And Mourinho has come up with similar views. He said that
It is not only Vinicius that is always racially abused. Though. Even when they asked Liam Rosina said when he was playing, he was equally abused. So it's not always Vinicius, but he's always the easy target.
is it because of
Vinicius Junior is always the easy target. Because it is not only Vinicius Junior that is always being racially abused. There are other black players that are equally abused. Vinicius said that he has been abused more than 26 times.
And that was what I read from Manasseh's wall on Facebook. He said Antoine Semenyo was abused. That's Antoine Semenyo behaved like Vinicius. If you are saying why always Vinicius?
No, but are you saying that if Vinicius is abused, he shouldn't report?
No, what
Is that what we are saying?
No, what Manasseh was trying to communicate was that you know Mourinho defended it by saying that why is it always Vinicius?
Mourinho is a hypocrite.
Why
he
is
was
he always?
complaining
So Manasseh,
of the celebration.
yes. So
why
yes.
you have to
So
be standing in front of the
Manasseh said that Semenyo was abused even without celebrating like the way Vinicius did. So it can't always be that it's because Vinicius has that temperament and that's why he's racially abused.
Yes.
But that
the temperament is also part.
yes,
Yes.
but also people just want to abuse you and not because of the way you behave and
or
not
behave.
or behave. So
And they've also realized that he's the easy target because the little spark you get him.
yeah, you get it.
That is it. That's what I'm saying. He's always the easy target, you know.
You've already mentioned.
And I'm even thinking that today, when they are playing today, Osasuna, Pamplona,
Yes.
the way they abuse players there, if they take it today's time, he will be racially abused today. If only he plays.
You've already talked about stiffer punishment.
But it's a bad thing. You know that
You've already talked about stiffer punishment for those.
The racism campaign was the target was always the fans. Now, players playing on the pitch are now racially abusing themselves. Then it means that FIFA, UEFA, CAF, they have a lot of work to do. Now our players are now racially abusing themselves and not the fans. Oh, that should tell you that FIFA has a big task. It's bad.
Is the football community doing just enough?
They are not doing enough. Now
to stop racism.
Now some people are suggesting that this racism campaign should be taken to the schools, and I think I agree to some extent. I agree with them. It should be taken to our junior high and our senior high schools so that we start the campaign from there, so that when these kids grow up and they also become soccer fans, they wouldn't racially abuse players or racially abuse themselves. Or you don't agree with me? The campaign should be sent down there.
Okay.
Yes. But I think that the penalty should be a stiffer one. 10 to ban a player for 10 matches is not enough. And we know Argentines, and we know that they are known to be racist. It's not Argentines alone. Argentina, if you know their history, Argentina is the only country that do not have blacks in their country, simply because there was a calculated attempt to eliminate all the blacks in their country. So they don't like blacks. Argentina, go and read their history. How they bent blacks in their country. So they don't like blacks at all. So I'm not surprised. And Gianluca Pestani blood, his blood is Argentine in Italy. And you know Italy too, they don't like blacks. Italy too, some part of Italy, they racially abuse blacks a lot. Especially Naples, that area. So Gianluca Pestani is half Italian, half Argentine. And so I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised he's doing this. And do you know that under 20 World Cup, he racially abused a Moroccan player?
No.
Yes, even that case is still there. And he has done it again.
So he has a history.
He has a history. So this is a player we shouldn't be defending.
But why are people making it an Argentine issue when it's only Prestiani?
You are making it Argentine issue because the Argentines, they like doing that. You remember Enzo Fernandez and the French players?
The French players, yes.
So they are fond of doing that.
People have even said no black has played, but I think that Juan Sebastian Veron was black and he played for the Argentine national team. So all those saying no black has ever played for the Argentine.
No, I'm not saying that.
No, I've heard people say that.
They don't like blacks.
Yes, but
yes.
I've heard people say that is why we don't have a black player in the Argentine national team. And I think Juan Sebastian Veron was black, and then he played
player of Inter,
former player of Man U. Yes,
fantastic.
And he played for the Argentine national team. So all too soon we've come to the end of it. We would have liked to have more time to talk about
the
it.
return leg they are going to play the return leg just this next week, and the verdict is going to come out.
Midweek, yes.
Yeah, the verdict is going to come back. Benfica is saying that the player will play in the second leg.
Yeah, and you think Benfica can do a comeback against Real
Oh, they
Madrid
can.
at the
They
Bernabeu?
can. Definitely, they will be eliminated. In fact, Vinicius scored a wonderful goal, and that is the mark of a good player. You see,
but no one is talking about. No one is talking about the goal. No one is talking about the goal. Everyone is talking
about the performance of Real Madrid, and now everything is about the racial comments, and that was.
Before we leave, we are far behind time. Before we leave, are you disappointed in Mourinho, having worked with a lot of African players, and how he seemed to have defended Prestiani?
I'm disappointed in Mourinho because he said Vinicius shouldn't have been celebrating like this. Was Mourinho not a hypocrite? You remember his celebration
against Man United
against Barcelona and when they qualified, and then even
Man United Porto in 2004
yes, Old Trafford.
Yes, at Old Trafford.
Running and then sliding. You why? What kind of celebration is this? And even what did Vinicius what did he do wrong? That celebration is Roger Miller's celebration though. In the World Cup, you remember when they eliminated Argentina, Cameroon, Italian 1990. So that celebration is Roger Miller's celebration. And people are even saying that Vinicius should make it his trademark celebration because it's nice. So he wasn't in any way trying to upset the Benfica fans. Just that they felt that he was the easy target and they even started throwing bottles and other things at him. But the second leg will be very difficult for Benfica. But Real Madrid should be careful though. They can't write off Benfica. It can be anything. But I'm taking Madrid to win.
Thank you very much to all listeners. We'll meet again tomorrow at 2
yes,
for sports chats. My name has been Fuzi.